Michael, what did you think of the screenplay when you first read it?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a very complex screenplay because it had three separate stories that were kind of woven together, and so it was a great screenplay on a very important subject. But the first time I read it, my character was not that well developed. It was more kind of a reactive role, and I must say I passed. I said no to Stephen, although I was a big fan of his. He then went and worked with Harrison Ford, who was going to do the movie, and they actually developed the character much better, so that when he came back and offered Catherine the role, I got a chance to read the script again. I said, boy, this is really improved for my role, and I was happy that time that Harrison decided not to do it, and so I was on. Yeah, my play Judge Robert Wakefield, a Supreme Court judge from the state of Ohio, who has recently been appointed by the President of the United States as the new drug czar, controlling drug policies in our country. And my story is really about my indoctrination into Washington and understanding how our drug policies work. And at the same time, back home, my 16, 17-year-old daughter is spiraling into bad drug abuse. Well, the conflict for me is the policies, the image of what I'm promoting in my official capacity as drug czar versus the pain and the realities of my personal story at home, and the conflicts that I cannot lead a war on drugs by that very title when the enemy, supposed enemy, is my own child or my own family members.
Is it important for you to make movies that have social relevance?
It helps. I just like to make good movies, and this year I've been very blessed with Wonder Boys and now with Traffic to have two really good screenplays, two excellent directors, wonderful casts. So my intention is always to try to work with good material and make the good movies. If I'm fortunate enough to have a social message that'll give you a little aftertaste, you know, after hopefully 2 hours of entertainment, it's that much the better. No, Falling Down represented a particular time in LA's history. I think there's always issues in that picture that are relevant, but not as important as it was then. Yes, no, it was a great part, and the moment that I saw Sharon's screen test, I knew she'd be great in that part. And it was a wonderful role, and she executed it magnificently. And so, yeah, you knew, you could see that a star was about to be discovered. Well, he's wonderful, and that's why all the actors love working with him, because number one, he likes actors. You can really feel that. He trusts actors. There's a lot of improvisation in this movie. He's allowed to turn it over to them. He also is not, his camera is not obtrusive. He keeps his camera sort of away so that actors are able to create a comfortable environment between each other without the camera being there. So, you know, and he works quickly, so he doesn't do a lot of takes. So the energy level is always very high because you know there's not going to be many chances at doing this. And the hours are not so bad, so you're not exhausted. You're really enthused. It's really one of the only experiences I've had actually working where movies are a strange process where they take a little bit of your soul from you. But working with Stephen, you feel nourished.
What sort of a mom is Catherine?
Oh, she's a wonderful mother. She's just a great mother. It comes very, very natural to her. And hopefully we'll have some more kids in the future to practice more. Yeah, sure. Children take up time. There's another person and there's another loved one whose energy and focus is there. But I just think the balance just sort of changes. It becomes more of like a triangle or maybe a circle, and a different way to kind of share your feelings. It hasn't been a drain at all. It's been definitely a plus in our relationship.